Well, I made it back. I spent the last 2 weeks in the UK covering Tommy Robinson's MEP campaign, and luckily I made it back in one piece. I spent time in the UK before, but never have I seen this side of it. The amount of patriotism I witnessed was inspiring, but the amount of media lies was a real eye-opener. I know the mainstream media is pretty bad. In North America, we see it with the coverage of Donald Trump and Justin Trudeau. But the bias for those two is nothing compared to the outright slander Tommy Robinson receives. If I wasn't there in Oldham, on the ground, looking at hundreds of violent Muslim rioters, I too may not have believed it. It would be hard to believe since absolutely no media called it what it was, a planned attack. BBC headline reads, "Tommy Robinson, trouble flares at an event in Oldham." Missiles were thrown and police vehicles damaged during a disturbance at a Tommy Robinson campaign event. A disturbance? Now that's an understatement. Not once does the article mention that those counter-demonstrators were members of the Muslim Defense League, wearing balaclavas, scarves, and yelling Allahu Akbar as they attacked Robinson's crowd with eggs, bricks, rocks, glass bottles, and even scissors. When hundreds of violent Muslims are yelling Allahu Akbar as they attack and push through police, you can no longer call these people counter-demonstrators. They are a mob of thugs set to cause physical violence. I'm just glad I had my own personal security because I'm not sure how much the police would have helped me. So it's not just the mainstream media that shocked me in the UK, it's actually the police. Another article from this incident from The Guardian has statements from the police themselves. Police condemn speculation about violence at Tommy Robinson rally. Chief Superintendent Neil Evans commented saying, "Speculations around what happened is proving unhelpful, but if you do have footage or images that could help our investigation, please send them to us directly." I'm a little confused. Not only can you find footage of the riot all over the internet, including videos from the Muslim Defense League themselves, but the police themselves were filming everything. To make things clear, the police escorted a group of violent Muslims to Tommy's rally. The thugs saw they couldn't get close enough to the rally, so they ran to another street entrance and again were blocked. The police got hit with eggs, rocks, and bottles in the crossfire and had a camera the entire time. But the police don't know what happened? Did they lose their footage? Or are they only reviewing the cameras pointed at Tommy's crowd? Time after time during my coverage, I watched the police sit back and let violence occur with no repercussions. I saw a reporter getting a milkshake thrown at him and the police telling him to go on with his day. I saw the brick that was thrown at Tommy's screen, and no, the man was let off with just a slap on the wrist. I saw women in distress and crying because they were chased and pushed by thugs. I saw the wristbands that were handed out that day that said, "If arrested, no comment to all questions from the police." I saw hundreds of Muslim rioters physically pushing police back, yelling into their faces, and throwing objects at a group of Tommy Robinson supporters. And no arrests were made. I personally was stopped several times from doing my job by the police. Most of the time, they didn't even let me approach the protesters just to simply speak with them. You see, the police know which is the violent side. That is why they didn't let me, a young female reporter, approach just a small group of leftists, because they know how tolerant the left really is. And they themselves realize that they don't know what these peaceful protesters are capable of, all in the name of hope, not hate. For those of you on my side of the pond, Hope Not Hate is a Soros-backed far-left lobby group that was bragging to the media after the election about successfully humiliating Tommy Robinson. And yes, in the end, Tommy Robinson didn't win. He received just under 40,000 votes, the most an independent candidate received in the EU election in England. The results were initially disappointing. But when you dig a little deeper, you can see that Tommy did okay when you adjust the results based on votes for candidate. The EU election results showed Nigel Farage's new Brexit party coming out overwhelmingly victorious. This, coupled with the resignation of disgraced Prime Minister Theresa May, proves that Brits want Brexit now. So, it's no wonder that Tommy lost and Farage did so well. The earn for Brexit was indisputable. I feel lucky to have been able to report on all of this in the UK. Being on the ground and sharing it with all of you has been an experience I won't forget. And I hope I have shed some light on what has really been going on. I tried to show you everything from both sides. I showed you his supporters and I showed you his haters. It's up to all of you to decide what to make of all of it. And yes, it's a clear contrast, how much love and hope is on one side and how much hate is on the other. But don't let the mainstream media spin trick readers. Watch it all for yourself in all of my videos. And just know I could not have done this reporting without all of you. To anyone who has watched, liked, shared, or donated to my trip and my personal security, thank you. For the Rebel.media, I'm Jessica Swietoniowski. If you liked that video and want to see more from me and the rest of the Rebel team, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. Also, check out the Rebel Media app on the App Store.